do you think cheats more, men or women? Let's get past that question already.
Huh?
Who do you think cheats more, men or women, and why?
I think I'll say women do it because like thanks to like social media when it comes to like posting or like I think they're doing it whether they don't believe it or unconsciously because I feel like cheating could be considered something anything your man wouldn't want you to do. So most times girls either posting like a lot of pictures, having all these male friends, or going out, or being in positions or doing things that they man wouldn't want them to do.
Yeah.
So I'll say in that way, I think with a man is more. I believe men only cheat depending on their options.
Yeah.
Females first they'll like be cheating like they probably not cheating really physically just yet, like as far as sexually, but they'll probably get a couple conversations out of a man here and there.
Yeah. I mean, I think women cheat more sexually too. I just think they're really like way more down low with it. Like they know how to keep a secret, and men that cheat with women don't tend to tell on the women. Like women that cheat with men, they tend to get attached at some point, and then that's when they end up telling like, "I'm fucking your man, bitch. Shut the fuck up." Da 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 da.
Yeah.
But men don't really do that. Like we don't really feel the need to brag that we're fucking someone's girl because we know if we brag about it, there's a good chance that that fucking's going to end up stopping because either she going to get caught or she's just going to think that you're doing way too much and she's going to stop wanting to cheat with you.
And there's no feeling based on it. Like I think most of that kind of stuff is like
Female related, yeah.
all within their emotions. Like girl be like I think that's how you know like whether a girl like was doing something because like let's say you in a relationship, your girl is cheating some way somehow. She's gonna do things to get you mad so you could push her away and she can have that excuse and not feel guilty because
exactly.
at least based on my experiences, like normally like when I fuck a girl that like has a guy or whatever, they always try to bad mouth the guy as if like the more negative you talk about him, the more good what you're doing is gonna
validate their actions.
Like,
yeah.
So I think they gotta like do that so they don't make them look like a hoe. But like the fact that you have a boyfriend, you're here, I'm already looking at you like that. Then they get this thing in their head and think like, oh, like I know I cheated on my boyfriend, but with you, it's just gonna be so different. Like, I don't even understand that shit.
I'm gonna get with you, and I'm not gonna cheat on you. I just wanted to cheat on him.
Yeah,
Bitch,
like,
you're a cheater in general.
You're not him. Like you're just different. I just know like the vibe we have, the connection, the bond we'll make. I just wouldn't want to cheat, or if I do cheat, you'll never find out. Just like my man currently don't know about you.
Yeah. So my second question is, why do you think women that have like some sort of sexual connotation online, whether it be posting provocative photos on Instagram or doing OnlyFans or being a porn star in some capacity, why do you think they struggle so much with getting in a relationship? Because you always like you heard the girl in the video, she was complaining like she could never get someone to commit to her. You always hear women talk about that all the time, how they can't get someone to commit to them when they're doing that sort of work or when they're into like nightlife scene, even a bottle girl, stripper. Why do you think those sort of women can't find commitment?
Because they're idiots. Like that blonde chick was saying, talking about she's an open book. I don't know why female like it's like people with like females. I'll say females for the most part. I think the men we can keep certain things because like certain stuff just either don't need to be said at certain points.
Yeah.
But like a female think they should just be so open with you with like things. I feel like you should never know like whether it's like their body count. Like I don't even ask females their body count because like for one I'm not gonna believe.
I do.
I'm asking that shit, nigga. I'm not asking because like
virgins only, nigga. I'm asking it.
Whatever it's like whatever number they say. Like you're just gonna think like, damn, this many people be like this.
Yeah, I need to think that, bro. I need to. So I know I'm not gonna commit. I need that. I need that information.
My personal opinion, I'm not trying to think of the guy she was fucking and what they was. I don't like thinking of that kind of stuff. I think that's like female thinking, putting that in your brain, and I don't think that's thoughts I need to see or visions I need to see. But I think sometimes at least when it comes like girls like that. I think their relationships don't work not just because how open they are, but it's like they don't know how to give the man that fantasy or like what they're like used to. Like most of them are like used to like dealing with guys that like treat them like shit, and they only like used to chaos, so they only function in chaos. Whether it's like always getting an attitude, feeling like the man should like put this girl in her place. It's like they don't know how to interact in a relationship. So like, and they're in a healthy environment, they don't know how to function. And once that kind of shit happens, they just go back to what they know. Right, I'm gonna cause some kind of drama, get him mad, and he's gonna fuck me at the end of the day, and like we're all gonna be like happy.
Yeah.
And then I also think like girls are trying to be too much like men. Like
Yeah, men think history matter.
yeah, not even just that. Like I don't even see a reason to like females could say they're all this smart and stuff, but they think the smartest thing to do is to sell their body online and think someone's gonna end up wanting to marry this girl.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
there's some cases they end up getting married, but they never happy with those men because the men they want don't want them, so they end up settling in a relationship, or they get that man and keep him as a placeholder and then doing and fucking the guys that they really do want.
Yeah.
So those relationships won't really work because they're not giving their man that fantasy. Like most guys already know you probably did this, you probably did that, but I don't want to hear it. Like
I
men
do.
will be delusional. They brain think, oh, my girl would never do something like that. That's why when girls cheat, it hurts the guy so much because even though he know you're capable of like fucking somebody else, but to know you actually did it, it's like dang, like I knew, but I had this image in my head of how you were, and like finding this information out changed everything. That's why
Change the whole perspective.
Yeah, that's why I don't be like wanting like to know certain certain stuff girls done. That's why I don't ask like what's the wildest thing you done, because like just based off that answer, I'm gonna look at you different. Like, I don't want to know.
Now you're looking at that bitch at the most disgusting
Yeah,
thing.
like, I don't want to know this information. I think sometimes girls struggle with that. Like they will have cases where like they're dealing with this one guy, and they went to this particular restaurant, and instead of acting like they've never been here, so the guy can feel good about himself, feeding into his ego.
Yeah.
I feel like they end up saying dumb shit like, "Oh, my ex took me here," and it's like they like hearing my ex did this, my ex did that. I'm not thinking of, "Oh, y'all enjoyed that." So I'm like, "Yo, he fucked you here." This is where he fucked you at. Like, that's what like I think about.
That's
so,
why you get virgins, guys.
Yeah, so like I don't want to know like, oh, you went to the Bahamas, you went to Miami, like you guys did this and this on the beach, like, cause you gotta think I think females still gotta feed that ego of this is the first time and letting my man guide me up to all his life and stuff. But if you already went everywhere, like your man's not feeling like he's taking you nowhere new. You went everywhere, so it's like, yo, we can't build no new experiences. Like, if anything, I'm experiencing something you already done.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Like, that's one of the best things about having, like, my girlfriend that's, you know, a virgin and she hasn't experienced a lot is that everything we do is, like, a new experience, and I get to, like, relive that experience through her. Like, I get to see her eyes light up and be like, this is amazing. Yeah, like, she never even went to a beach or anything like that. So, like, that is really big for men. Like, I don't understand why women can't get that, like, men really enjoy being the first for like things that you haven't done yet, like the first person to have sex with you, the first person you gave head, the first person to eat your pussy, the first person to take you to the Bahamas, the first person to drive you in a nice car, first person to take you on a date. Men really enjoy doing those sorts of things, and I don't understand why women can't get that through their head. It's more of a like situation like the best analogy I can use is like parents. Like parents would tell you like they get to relive that joy that you have as a kid through their kids. Through you. So like I feel like it's akin to that, where it's like men get to relive like those first experiences, that first kiss, that first dance, that first trip through you, because they already have to go through the mud with all these horrible women, and now you're the one that they want to be with. So they wished that you was the first woman they met. That's really what it boils down to. They wish you was the first woman that they met. And since you're not the first woman that they met, if you do have a lot of experiences, I'd say the best direction to go into is a mind of delusion, where you're pretending as if it is a first experience. And it's really not that delusional for real, because you can think of it from this perspective. This is my first time doing it with a person I love. I feel like if women came from that perspective, it'll be easier for them to do that pretending, because in reality, it is the first time you're doing it with someone you love. If you really think this is the person that's going to be the love of your life, then it is a first experience. It's your first time doing it with someone that you truly believe you're going to be with till marriage. And I feel like a lot of women need to start taking that direction, because if they don't, like you said, it just leads to like men being like, "Ill, bitch, like." Why you bragging about our nigga? Okay, I get it, bitch. He was better than me.
Yeah, he
like,
was there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's that, and I also think like women got like this misconception of like men are like competitive. Like as competitive as I am, I don't really want to compete with everything your fucking ex did, even though
yeah,
I know I am. Like
men are competitive.
You haven't done this. Like
Yeah,
that all the stuff he done for you. I'm competing against that.
yeah.
Even
exactly.
if you don't want to compare me, you're already gonna compare me because like let's say we go somewhere you already went. And like your ex, like what he did, like he bought you the most expensive food there. So like when you either don't get what you want or you don't get a certain kind of treatment, you're comparing this experience versus this experience you just had with me, and you're trying to figure out who is better and why.
Yeah.
You might look at all the negative things versus looking up like some of the positive things I've done, and like they're not living in the moment. I think sometimes females sometimes live in the past or thinking too much into the future instead of like what's happening right now with the man that they're with. They're trying to figure out why this is not gonna work. So then I also think like I'm not gonna say I want no virgin because it's still certain stuff that I want that I want a girl to be capable of doing. I'm not trying to do the whole teaching and shit. Like
I'm vanilla. I like it. I don't care.
I
I'm vanilla as fuck.
I think it depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Because it does have like certain perks dealing with like a virgin, but
yeah,
dealing with someone with experience is a little bit different. But I just think it depends on how experienced you are, and I just think sometimes females can be that's too vocal about certain stuff they shouldn't like be saying. Like I don't care about the stuff you and your ex did, especially like if I don't ask. Like I like one of my pet peeves is like I don't like people telling me irrelevant information, like stuff I didn't ask for, just a random fun fact that like, I didn't even ask you to tell me.
Yeah.
But it's like they just so excited, like
oh my fucking god, he took me here and fucked me in the bathroom. Did you know that?
Yeah, like they tell you all the irrelevant stuff. Like I remember this girl telling me that like her and her ex one time they went to the beach late at night, and then like all I'm thinking is he fucked you there. Like I'm not thinking y'all went there, y'all looked at the water, and I just went home after. Fuck.
Didn't enjoy the romantic moment at all. Y'all just was like, oh, that's nice. All right, let's go. Nobody's thinking that. Yeah, no, I don't know why people. Yeah, and then the whole like having your body on the internet thing. I don't know what the fuck people think about that. Like, if you're already on the internet in a sexual capacity, there's no way that you're ever going to get into a happy relationship unless that other person is weird or is on the internet in a sexual capacity as well. They're not going to be happy with you if it's just your run-of-the-mill guy and you're on the internet fucking sucking dicks for the living. Especially if you're still sucking dicks at that moment, other people's dicks while you're dating them. Why would they be happy in that situation? Not only do they got to deal with the potentiality of that man coming to him and bragging how he had his dick in your mouth, but they also have to deal with the potentiality of the public as well, where they'll post videos of her getting her sucking dick.
You gotta be a strong individual like to deal with some of these girls, like even girls like that, because like in your mind you're just thinking like, alright, I'm a fucker and stuff like that, but then like some guys, they fuck up, they end up falling in love with a hoe and shit. Like in the beginning it's cool because you just thinking of one y'all together, the experience you get, but like, yo, you don't want to be out in public. So nigga run up to your girl, just say, yo, like, I seen your videos, like, yo, how did you do this? Like, that shit,
you're my number.
The fuck out of you.
I'm your number one fan. I watch all your videos and just beat the shit out of my dick to you.
Yo, when you go have a new upload, I'm waiting. Like, nobody want to hear that.
I want to see you rub your pussy again. And you just rub it in a way I can't handle.
A picture, like, it's so much, like, that kind of stuff is embarrassing. And for the most part, girls want you to accept them for how they are, like, how they are. But most times, like, I think they say, like, in the porn industry, when a female porn star and a male porn star try to, like, work out, she realized either how weird it is. Because even in most females' brain, they know what they're doing is, like, wrong in some way, and people wouldn't look at them in a certain way. That's why when you try to talk to them about it, they get mad at you for bringing up stuff that they're doing. It's like, I feel like if you're doing it, you should be proud of doing it. They try to do the time and place for everything and stuff like that. I know Mia Khalifa, she was on a date with some guy. It's like a porn star. She was on a date with some guy. Yeah. And a random fan went up to her and like said, oh, like, is this Mia Khalifa? And like, they was like arguing, and he was like, no, that's not Mia Khalifa. She don't have enough cum on her face. Like, how the nigga that's what she supposed to feel? She trying to say all oh, I'm tired of all the backlash and stuff. It's like females want to do the craziest stuff, and then down the line, they want you to forget it ever happened. Like, why would you do something and be mad as ever you're brought up? That's why I feel like if you do anything, you should be proud of doing it. Why do something you're gonna be ashamed of down the line?
Exactly.
Whether you changed or not.
Exactly.
Once it's on the internet,
it's
there
almost
forever.
impossible
to get stuff off there. It's
there forever.
There.
Yeah, there forever.
You don't know somebody screenshotting, screen recording it, saving it to their phone.
Yeah, someone has it out there for sure.
Yeah.
My final question is, do you think men should cheat, or do you think men should be allowed to cheat, or do you think it should be a neutral thing, like an open relationship where if a man cheats, a woman cheats, or do you think solely women should cheat? What do you think about those three dynamics?
I don't think women should do anything like that. I feel like
or the fourth option would be neither party's allowed to cheat. So it's either neither party's allowed to cheat, the man's allowed to cheat and the woman's not. It's an open relationship. If one party cheats, the other party should be allowed to cheat, or the woman's only allowed to cheat. What do you think about those four perspectives?
I feel like only the man should do it, but I'll say like I'm a different kind of like person when it comes to like cheating, like at least on the male side, because I know some people fuck the game up, like they'll do the same shit they doing for their side bitch, for their girl, then it just looks crazy. That's why girls be thinking like, oh, you doing this and you doing that, like why you with her, like, because I think like people's perception on cheating is like way different than like guys. Like the girl was saying with the whole emotion and like physical, like I think it's just so wrong what girls do is because it's not even like this is a logical decision that you're doing. You're doing it just based on how you feel at that moment. Like
exactly.
That means your feelings could go anywhere. Anything can happen and you're just quick to go do this. And then for the most part, I'll say there's only a few ways females end up fucking guys. Is either he's just that attractive and she just really that horny she want to have sex with him, or he done something to her emotions to make her feel like, okay, I will give him sex. I'll give him my vagina so we can have sex.
Yeah.
So I feel like a man is just conquering a female. Like there's not really females conquering. Like I say that even the sex when it comes to that. When you end up having sex with a girl, doing something with a girl, you just conquered her. It's no female conquering you or anything like that. So why would I want to date somebody that a man just conquered? He fucked her. He did whatever he wanted to her.
Yeah.
And that was that. But I feel like when it comes to these men cheating, they should do it in like moderation, or they should clear certain things before they start doing it. There's some people that just cheat no matter what, no matter how they feeling. But I feel like it's either you can have that conversation with like your girl about how do you like you want to do like certain stuff, but I feel like you got to be in a certain tax bracket to like make them kind of things. I don't think like depending on your like your level, you shouldn't just do it. But I think the problem is like females pick and choose when they want to be delusional, because like you already know that your pussy's not really the best thing on this planet.
Exactly.
Eventually it gets like tiring, and even though they don't like when you compare them certain things, I think they just not being realistic. Like if I eat the same food for a whole year, like no matter how good it was the first, second, third, like eventually I'm gonna want something new. And I think sometimes like females don't know what else to do. Like if the best quality she has is sexual stuff, it's just like that's all you have. Like what are you doing to make me think you're either different from other people or not make me want to do it?
Yeah.
But I say for the most part, if you really love your girl, really care about her, if you're cheating and doing certain stuff, it will make you feel some kind of way. So then when you get back with her, you'll start wanting to do a lot of nice things, taking her out, doing this, all these other kind of things for her. And I think girls like can't put that in their brain because like they see cheating as, oh, you loved her, how can you fuck me, and I thought you loved me, and you you love her too. Like they're not, because they're just feelings based. Like you have feelings with me, I don't have no feelings towards her. And I think that's hard for like females to accept because of its society and like how people see cheating and stuff like that. So I think that's the main problem when it comes to females with cheating, because I've asked like some of the females, like if your man did everything you want for you and he cheated but you never knew, would you care? They always lie and say, oh, I would care. And I'm like, how can you care about something you don't know of? Like you got the, I feel like the relationship don't start getting bad until they find out they getting cheated on. Like I feel like a lot of girls, I know one of my previous exes, relationship was like perfect until one day she ended up seeing something on my phone and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, we was perfect until you went through it. Like now you're thinking of that. So it's like, it's certain stuff you don't need to know because I don't want to like the way you see me, your perception on me, I don't want it to get changed because of this and that and those other kind of things. Like, I'm giving you a version of me that I'm not giving these other females, and I think that's the problem. And I think when they start looking at that and how society see cheating and viewing cheating, it makes them decide whether, oh, I shouldn't accept this. Like, if a man don't want me, and only me, and only that just having a delusional mindset, because you don't even eat the same food. Like, what are you really loyal to? You don't use the same soap. You change deodorant. You change hairstyles. Nothing about you is one way and staying that way. And I think that's like the main problem.
Yeah, I'd say when it comes to cheating, it is better if the man does it instead of the woman, just because of like the dynamic of cheating and the dynamic of how women are. When women cheat, they have a lot of emotions involved when they're cheating, and when men cheat, it's kind of like taking a piss. So it's like, when it comes to that perspective, I really feel that, or not even feel, I really think and somewhat know that it's better for men to cheat than women, just because of the method they're going about cheating. For a woman to cheat, the man that she's cheating with already got to hit a certain amount of conditions for her to cheat in the first place. He got to be good looking, maybe he got to be tall, maybe he got to be in great shape, maybe he has to bring forth some sort of the emotion part he has to invoke. And he has to invoke some sort of emotion. That's a necessary. No girl's going to cheat with a guy that invokes zero emotional attention, emotional levels out of them, because they won't be able to get aroused in the moment. So they need to have some sort of emotional attachment, some sort of level of emotion towards that individual to even get to that arousal level to cheat in the first place. So I really do believe that when it comes down to it, men cheating is better than women cheating, because when women cheat, they get attached to people, which inherently messes with the relationship to begin with, because now she's texting this dude every day. Maybe he fucked her in a way that you couldn't fuck her, so now she's constantly thinking about the way he hit it from this side or hit it from that side, or the way he looked into her eyes when he was dogging her shit down. But when it comes to men, it's really a piss tactic. Now, like you said, a lot of men are starting to get the game fucked up and get attached to women, but that's mainly just because of how like bad women have become in the recent years when it comes to treating their man. And I really think that the reason some men are starting to get attached to women is because when they go home, all they're getting is arguments and yelling and fussing and fighting, no sort of peace, no sort of love. So like when a woman comes over and treats him like a basic, decent human being, he gets the idea that maybe I should be with this woman instead of my main girl, because this woman is somehow providing more for me than my main girl. He starts buying stuff for her because he's like, this woman cooks for me, and my bitch, I come home to her and she says I have to order takeout. She says I have to cook. This woman cleans my house when she comes over, and I don't even ask her. But my bitch, she won't even pick up a broom. So it'd be certain situations like that where I feel like that's when the man gets attached to the woman. But the reason I say it's better for men and it's like pissing for them is, if you're a woman and you're doing everything correct at the house, and you're like waking up early, getting his coffee ready, making him breakfast, making sure he has lunch for work, he does not have feelings for that side chick, because you're providing way more than that side chick is ever providing or ever will provide. Now, when it comes down to it, if women don't want to cheat, what I always like to, if women don't want a cheater, what I always like to tell them is, you got to find a man that doesn't cheat for a higher purpose. Because a lot of men, they're not going to not cheat just because they love you. That's why there's so many men out there that cheat on their wives. A person not going to just not cheat because they love you, because love is not always sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be bad times in your relationship where he's going to want to cheat. There's going to be times where you don't please him. Your pussy's old. He had it, like you said. Nobody wants to eat the same meal for the rest of their fucking life. I mean, I love lasagna, but I ain't eating that shit every fucking day. I'm not doing that for forever. So, like, when it comes down to it, they have to have a higher purpose. Like, maybe they were raised a certain way, or maybe they look up to a certain idol, or maybe they have like religious ideology like me. Like, I have a religious ideology. That's why I don't cheat. I don't cheat because God says I can't cheat. But if they don't have no higher purpose to why they're not cheating, there's a good chance they're going to end up cheating, because loving a person is not enough to not want to cheat. Like, if God said I have to eat the same meal every day, then I would eat the same meal every day. God already says that you're not allowed to eat certain animals due to like them being dirty, or them being of Satan and stuff like that. So I won't eat those specific animals. But that's not because those specific animals ain't tasty. And the guy's not wanting to fuck that bitch because her pussy's not great. He's not wanting to fuck that bitch because God told him not to fuck that bitch. So it's like, you gotta really know your man and really understand the reasons to why he's not cheating to understand if he's ever going to cheat in the future.
Yeah, but I also think it also depends on like what kind of man you with, cause like for the most part, it'd be like a lot of girls like I've talked to, like at least in my experience, like I've talked to girls that like said they was like bisexual and stuff like that, but it's like the moment you talk about a threesome, it's like ew no, why would I want to share all that? But then like I've had like probably like two girls like say some shit like oh like maybe if I didn't really like you like that or I didn't have feelings for you, we could have done it. But I'm just like wouldn't that be the most sense to do it since you have feelings like oh no I can't just see myself doing it. But I'm like how can you say you really want to be with someone willing to do like almost everything else but that? It's like people pick and choose when they want to do certain things. Like what was it like I say a lot of girls they'll give their pussy up before like either being in a relationship or something like that. Like, oh I don't want like no titles, but they will you fuck them raw and stuff. Like how do you trust me with that? But like something like I could have a disease. I could give you something that you can't get rid of. I can give you something that can kill you.
Exactly.
But a title is when you have to draw the line. Like no, like I don't want to be.
This is when I have standards.
Yeah, like that's what the standard is. Like, well, we gotta do this. We gotta go on these like dates and stuff like that. But I also feel like if you don't want your man to do certain stuff, like why don't he like if you already know you like girls, and then why don't you just do something like that where you could just have your man just like okay like we can do this probably like what once a month or like every few months we could do something like that. But if you feel like that's not something you would want to do, because I already know some people like, oh, I'm not doing that. Like, if he want to do that, I'll just leave him. But it's like, why would you keep leaving all these people you love, like you about to really find, and then a guy that is gonna be fully loyal to you and not do anything with no female? Those are guys you don't want.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want to settle for like somebody that could be considered a better option, but because he don't get your pussy wet or he don't fuck you this way or make you feel these kind of ways, you don't want to be with that man, like whether it's that nerd or that geek or just a regular guy. But the guy that wants to do all this stuff, you can be with him if you just either follow certain stuff that he wants. Because for the most part, guys do a lot of things that guys do things for females that most times they don't really want to do.
Yeah.
But I guess when it comes to sexual, because the way they're gonna feel at that moment, it's why they don't want to do it. Girls say stuff like, "Oh, why would I watch my man fuck this?" But it's just like, how can you be delusional with everything else but this one time? You really want to be with this man? Why don't you do anything for him and so you guys can be together? It's like they'll put up with the dumbest bullshit. There's something like that. All these guys you love and you left them because they cheated. Like the next guy's not gonna cheat on you. Then they'll say things like, "Oh, all men cheat." So if everybody do this, why you not accepting it?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't understand that either. Like, why would you want to cheat with a stranger, but like not even cheat? Why would you want to have a threesome with a stranger, but not have a threesome with your man? If you already have the idea that you're okay with having a threesome, then you should be able to have a threesome with your man too, especially if you know that having that threesome with your man that you love and care about and think you're going to be married with will keep him in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I'm not really into threesomes. I turned down a bunch of them. It's just too much fluids going around for me. But if your man's into threesomes and you do threesomes and you did threesomes in the past and you enjoyed them, I don't see why you wouldn't do a threesome with the person you love.
I hate shit like that. Like when girls say you've done stuff, but like with you, it's different. Like, nah, I can't do that. That's exclusive. Like that's for guys that's not you.
Yeah,
you in a different category.
So what you're saying, those men deserve something that I want, but you love me? Like, that doesn't make sense. That's like saying like, this is your favorite meal. Yeah, this man that I didn't date deserves your favorite meal, but you nah. I feel like you're discriminating against me and being sexist when you ask me to make your favorite meal. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, like what, you think a bitch should just be in the kitchen? Like
that's how I see it. Like I feel like when it comes to anything, the sooner the better. Cause it's like some people see waiting for certain stuff is like maybe it'll be better and stuff like that. But I just like if you really wanna be with this person, why not do everything? I think that's why guys are not that open when it comes to certain stuff with females, because of like how they see certain stuff. That's why like you could be talking to a girl and she'll feel some kind of way because of, I guess, your tone or anything like that. Like I be like telling people like you could text the craziest thing to someone and they'll be like, no, it's just like the way you texted, it just sounds like it's a text. These are words. You can't say emotion through a fucking text. And like my best example of doing it, you can walk up to your dog and yell and curse your dog out and say the craziest things. You can say that in a nice way, and then also say an exciting way. Your dog will have the same emotion.
Exactly.
Depending on how it look. Like if you're screaming at your dog might be alert and like weird. But if you say the same thing you just said, but in a softer words,